According to Ryan Reynolds, he saved the movie It Ends With Us. So let's dive into what really happened.
This is the first time I've had to call in the favor.
In the meeting at Blake and Ryan's apartment, Ryan had told Justin that the original script for the movie was a disaster and that he saved the movie. I find it interesting that Blake's side is trying to push the narrative that Justin wasn't collaborative with any of the female staff or casting. Yet, you want to give Ryan all of the credit for saving the movie, not any of the females? If we want to talk about SH, let's talk about Ryan's text to Justin. This is right when Blake had gotten hired on. They hadn't even started production or anything like that. So why is Ryan sending him a text like, I'm going to get your face tattooed on me in this location? I'm not even going to say. I will give Ryan credit. He does have full authorship over the backlash of the marketing of It Ends With Us. Great job, Ryan. Hindsight is 2020 because looking back on some of the marketing press for It Ends With Us, Ryan 100% was leaving Easter eggs for this lawsuit. Let's take a look, shall we?
How do you explain that? Is that genetics? You have some sort of like low-angle squat routine to pop that reach?
Little did we know at the time that that was an Easter egg for what this lawsuit was really about. Justin Baldoni's comments on Blake and Jenny's pants. We had no idea that that hugging scene was actually an Easter egg for the hugging culture on the set of It Ends With Us. Ooh, scary. We also know that Ryan Reynolds is the one that was calling WME over and over again, telling them to drop Justin. Eventually, they did drop Justin because Ryan said it's either us or Justin. If he doesn't go, we're leaving.
I find that happens all the time, though.
Yeah.
It's like if you engage personally, like, you know, instead of having reps and those kinds of people call on your behalf, it just, you know, the game of telephone just muddies everything.
I found an interview of Ryan Reynolds where he explains exactly where this technique came from.
Yeah.
I needed SUVs, and they're expensive, and they're going to get damaged and that kind of thing. So I just thought, well, can I just call Chevy? Does anyone have Chevy's number? They're like Chevy Chase? No, the car. The company, GM. Like, who's there at product placement? Like, there must be someone there. Tracked the person down, called them. They said no. It was fine. But like, I had now just been indoctrinated into something that I would then use forever. I made a connection with that person and called back, I think about 2 months later, and got cars at a heavy discount, used vehicles that could take a beating. And that paid off. And then I just realized, like, that's how this is, you know, put skin in the game, whether it's emotional, money, anything, and you get a result that is much different.
I think it's safe to say that calling WME and calling Justin's agent wasn't Blake's idea. It's very telling how Ryan said that he tracked the man down, made a connection, and then asked the question again and got his way. This just shows that he weaponizes his network. Hey, I'm going to make a connection because I know down the road I'm going to be able to use you for this, or this. So Justin had every reason to be worried about their relationship with Taylor Swift because he even said, I think when you are somebody small in the industry like myself and you're dealing with a titan like Miss Lively and some of the most powerful people in the world, which are her best friends, and you're in a situation that I was in, I think it's very reasonable, especially at this point, to be concerned about what's possible and what's not. I was spinning at this point. After watching all of this interview, I actually think that Ryan was thinking that It Ends With Us was going to be Blake's Deadpool. Because here's why.
I could tell you exactly how that happened. I was post Green Lantern. I was in, a difficult position in terms of like the future. I was like, wow, what am I going to, I'm having trouble finding anything worthwhile that I might get to be a part of. And that's when I sort of thought, like, if I'm going to fail, I'd rather be the architect of my own demise than just a passenger. Like, who wants to be the passenger? Because like when I do a lot of these films pre-Deadpool, that's whether they win or lose, whether they work or don't work, it's my name that goes up there. They don't. The people that are making the creative decisions, it's not their name that goes up there. So I wanted to make creative decisions. I wanted some authorship. I didn't do that in like a high pressure way. I just, Deadpool happened.
Why do I feel like Ryan was like basically coaching Blake throughout this entire process of this is what you need to do to take over the film. This is what we need to do to get you authorship. He's using the same language that Blake's using. So what do you think? Is Ryan the hero or the villain? I think the funniest part for me is just the fact that we're going to be mad that Justin had any opinion on this film, but it's totally fine if Ryan, a man, says that he saved the movie. Screw all the work of all the other women on the film. Ryan saved the movie. I'm sure Ryan still thinks that he saved the marketing too. What do you think Ryan's motivation was? Was he trying to make this Blake's Deadpool, or do you think there was another reason?
And he's one of the few men I know who can make me genuinely self-conscious about the state of my own abs.
After this lawsuit is all said and done, do you think Ryan is going to still have the same power that he had before the lawsuit, or do you think it's all crumbling down? As always, this is all alleged, so take it with a grain of salt and follow me for more.